Yo,
Back.
it's Mac, baby.
And Alexis.
This is the JudgeUsNot podcast. We'll be back at the courthouse, and of course, we got my boy Dame in the building.
Back. Can we talk about that for a quick second? He back.
Yeah, can we get a voice? Can we get a mic check? Well, just yell. Let the people know that you here.
There you go. There you go.
My boy Dame, man. Mm-hmm. Welcome back, man. Glad to see you, man. Hey, you gotta right our wrongs, baby. You know.
There you go. It's
but
good, though.
yeah,
I feel
man.
like we back like from a fucking vacation or something.
Yeah, I feel like my soul is getting cleansing right now, man.
Shit, I got cleansed. That's for damn sure. What we talking about though, man? Open it up.
When you get cleansed, when you get cleansed?
Nah, I need a whole episode in this.
All right, well, fuck it. Shit. So, damn, I thought you was going to have a mic, man. I wanted your 2 cents on this shit.
It's good. Open it up.
Man,
I got some experience. I got a lot of experience in this topic.
Yeah, but I want to see how Dame was feeling about this shit. But yeah, I want to talk about dating baby mamas.
Yep.
I want to know, how do you feel about it? Would you date one seriously? And why or why not, brother?
I think this is a good one, and this is something, man. This is a really good topic because I've struggled with it. You know what I mean? I feel like honestly, the majority of the women that I've dated and dealt with have had kids.
Yeah.
Saying that, I never really met those kids. You know what I'm saying? So even saying that in itself, that probably is meaning those interactions or relationships were probably so serious or whatnot, you know what I mean, if I didn't even meet the kids. But even though I would say a younger me would have probably been like, nah, I'm cool, it's just too much, you know what I'm saying, especially me having kids, because then you're dealing with schedules, you feel me, like I got my kids this weekend, you got your, it's just it just seems like a lot, you know what I mean, it just seems like a whole lot. It's probably not even that bad, but in your mind it just sounds like a lot. But I think now, honestly, bro, honestly, I could see myself dating and being serious with somebody that got kids.
Do you think the age of the kids matters?
I think it matters because you're going to be dealing with different issues. You know what I'm saying? If they're a younger kid, they haven't even made, that. On top of that, also if the dad is in the picture too, that's a whole nother thing. But let's just stay on age. Age is going to matter because the younger ones, you're going to be dealing with like little baby shit or whatever. And that's so, those are issues or whatever. But you're talking adolescents. You know what I mean? Teenagers, then you're talking about attitude, and, that attitude might get geared towards you, and then they're going to be funking with their mom, and then you got to feel like, am I going to get in this? Am I not? Yeah. You know what I mean? Just all them type of things. And then you got to deal with the older kids, because we're getting older now. So some of these kids now, you're talking about in college and shit. Yeah, going to college. Grown-ass men, grown-ass women. So then you just talking, all other things like, hey, so what's up with you and my mom? Like, motherfuckers try to check, you know what I mean? All that kind of shit.
I feel like at that point it kind of get easier because they like borderline out the house already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you really ain't. Yeah. That's kind of why I asked him like what age, because at that point she's basically don't have no kids. At that point, you feel me? Like she's not taking care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
it depends though, because a lot of these, especially if they some like a single what's it called, single mom. Yeah. Man, there's a lot of young guys that's still with their mom. They down there acting like they're in a relationship because they ain't left the nest because the moms want to be all up over them. You feel me? Because they ain't moved on and got no man. You know what I mean? The situations is endless. What about you? You've dated baby mamas? Yeah, see.
Well, my situation is different, so because I've been married forever.
Yeah.
But I did like when I was in my little, when I had like my bullshit, like I fucked with females who had kids, but it wasn't nothing more than that, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing more than like a fuck or whatever.
You didn't have to interact with the kids.
Nah.
That's interesting too because, like I said, I've dealt with a lot of women. They pretty,
but
not even 5% of them had kids.
Let me say this too though. Damn, I thought I'm fucked up saying this. I've known people who have kids that I've like dealt with, and I've met their kids, but I only met their kids as of being like,
you was Uncle Mac.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Uncle Al all day. Uncle Al all day.
So yeah, that's a better way to put it right there, because we both know it ain't gonna be nothing more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it just is what it is.
Yeah.
So
see, I haven't really been around too many of the people's kids.
I need fuck that. Dang. Would you have you and would you? All right,
he gotta hook it up. He's like, I gotta
that
get
shit up, man. I need your 2 cents on this bullshit. So you said you could see yourself talking with somebody who
now I could, and this is like recent. I'm talking about, I stay track. You would have asked me like last week, I'd have been like, fuck no, I ain't got time for that shit. Woo woo. But I think now I'm realizing, man, how do you say? I don't want to say the pickings is slim, but like finding like a really good woman that you clicking with and vibing with and all of that. I honestly think when I do find somebody that I'm willing to settle down with, like I'm gonna overlook a lot of more things than I thought I would ever overlook before. You feel me? Yeah. Just because, somebody might not have no kids and they might be this and this and that, but then is the connection there? You know what I'm saying? To where I think that connection.
You lower your pool.
Yeah. So with that, if you find that connection with someone, I think kids are definitely doable. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's you can overcome that.
But isn't that
daddies? That might be something different.
But that comes with the territory.
Maybe it depends on the situation.
So my question is like, how do you, if you're not looking for someone who has kids, right? How does that connection happen if you already look past the fact that she has kids? Like, you can't look past the fact that she has kids. So how does that bond even happen if she's like, okay, she got kids, I'm not talking to her?
Yeah, you know exactly. And that's
these like, headphones fucking suck.
But that's the thing. I'm not gonna overlook that. Like, if something happens to where we get to know each other, I'm like, damn, she's kind of cool. But you don't even, because the kids ain't the first thing. You feel me? Right, you vibe out, and then you always are gonna reach this point where it's like, let's just take sex out of it. Like, you just vibing with that person, and I'm like, damn, she hella cool, man. Fuck, let's go out. And then you're like, oh, well, she got kids. Like, then you go to
then you're like, damn, like, can I really?
Because I ain't gonna lie, a big thing for me, bro, is I would like to see how they are with their kids. Yeah. Because that says a lot about a person's temperament, patience, empathy, all this kind of shit, like how they are with their kids. I ain't gonna lie, if I know somebody that got a dog, if I'm talking to somebody that got it could be a dog, whatever dog, and they yelling at that dog, get your ass out here, I'm like, I'm cool, because you're gonna talk to your fucking kids just like that. I can't tolerate that shit.
I feel like
so that's a good one. That's a flag.
I feel that. I feel like it's a little, I don't know.
You don't pick up after your dog, you ain't finna pick up after these kids, and that's a problem.
Yeah, well, you gotta pick up after your dog.
Yeah.
Because that shit is for life, nigga. Kids gonna get it together eventually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a good one, ladies. Remember that.
I wanted to
take care of them Frenchies. Be nice to them in front of men, because they peeping that. At least I am.
Do you think as a woman with kids becomes more mature and they kind of know how to like deal with men better, I guess? I feel like once a woman have a kid, I feel like at that point now she knows what she's looking for in a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's like a weird thing. It's like, okay, now I know what I don't want all of a sudden. Like, I don't know what it is. But it seemed like now they seem more cool. Now they seem more relaxed, and now they're easier to talk to. But they're just like, damn, before you had the kid, you was wild. Nobody can talk to your ass. But now that you...
Well, you brought up a good point the other day, because you worded it different. You was like, basically like, they know they got kids. Now they... So
what I said was, if I can remember correctly, I said, I feel like a woman who got kids know that she's not she's not being looked for like that. You know what I'm saying? Because the men don't really want a woman who has kids. Let's be real. Like
that's not the first on the list.
Yeah, if I had the option, I'm not going to choose a woman who has kids. You feel me? And I feel like they know that. So because that, they got to come with a different approach. They can't be like, oh, I'm the hottest bitch around. You can't come with that attitude because now you come with a baggage. You know what I'm saying? And now that man gonna have to take on that shit, and you can't overlook that. And you can go ahead and say like, oh man, a real man would take care of another man. That's bullshit. Because if a real man would take care of another man's kid, what type of man are you looking for if your own kid, dad, wouldn't even take care of it? You know what I'm saying? So how can I be a real man, but you had how I can't be a real man, but you had a kid with a nigga who's not even in the kid's picture? You know what I'm saying?
What if they picked the wrong man, bro?
But that's what I'm saying. So how can you look at me because I don't want to raise the next man's kid, but you are okay with having a kid with a nigga who's not even there? You know what I'm saying?
What if they're not okay with that?
I
think you're just assuming because they had it like, well, they have no choice, bro.
Well, see, that's the thing. Every woman have a choice when it comes to having a kid.
I was gonna say that's gonna go back to that conversation.
So because they
I forgot Mac don't believe in accidents. He's like, nah. You wanted this. This is his now.
Hey, it's an accident on a man, but it ain't no accident on no female.
It's about to go a whole other episode. but it's crazy.
Oh, I love this shit. Boy.
Hey, I feel what you're saying though. And it could sound, motherfuckers gonna be like, oh, bro, that like.
I can hear right now, just like, oh, this nigga's a fucking asshole. But I'm just speaking.
It's real
I'm
though.
Just speaking real shit.
It really is real because it comes down to, and that goes to that other point we talked about where women be like, I've heard this so many times, like they talking to somebody like, he got a dad. I don't need you to be his dad. This and that. You fucking with me, and this. I've heard people say that, women say that, and I'm just like. Nah, man. Shut up, bro. Like,
because that doesn't make sense. Because by default,
I
have to. You know what I'm saying? I have to. There's no way around that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I think that it's different with men who has kids because you can tell. Just how you said about how a woman, how she treats her kids or whatever, you can kind of know that by a man. Like if a nigga ain't got his shit together. And then you find out if you willing to deal with a nigga on the female side, like if she willing to deal with a nigga to be like, okay, let me talk to him. He seemed cool, yada, yada, yada. But then you found out, he a work in progress. You're like, okay, he going through some shit, da, 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 da. But you found out he got a kid. Now you're like, okay, you're not in a position to be having a kid. And this shit just ain't gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? But if you a nigga who got his shit together and you got kids, then it's like, okay, he established and he got kids. So that doesn't, I think the effect is different. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that motherly nature shit kicks in. Like a woman gonna look at a man that got a kid, whether he's co-parenting or whether it's just him or whatever, like she gonna look at it like, women just kind of embrace kids differently as opposed to a man.
But I also just think that the responsibility is not the same either, though. Like a man taking on somebody else's kid is different from a woman taking on, you know what I'm saying? Because the man is already the disciplinary anyways. So it's not really much that a woman can do but just give him love. You know what I'm saying?
What you think about that? You coming in, let's just say hypothetically, you dealing with a woman, she got...
I'm whooping this little nigga
one
ass.
Kid. Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, do you feel you should step up as a disciplinary person?
I think we should be allowed to, and which is why I would never talk to a girl who has a kid because I know she will have a problem with it, and if the baby daddies are around, he will have a problem with it. So I don't have the authority, but you want me to take all the responsibility.
Yeah, so you don't want to even cross that bridge.
I can't even. Yeah. It's a lose for me. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's not worth it. It's not.
Don't you think it's a respect factor too? Like, depending on how you treat somebody's kid, they may be okay with you disciplining their kid, right? But if they don't have that particular respect for you, they probably like, no, you ain't. This is my job.
Well, of course. I mean, if
there's plenty of dads who've taken over and like the kid calls them dad. Yeah, that's not their. Right. It's the same thing.
Right.
But I think you have to get to a certain level.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially in that case where you're getting called dad. Usually that was from a younger age.
Yeah, for sure.
Then it's like definitely rules.
Yeah,
but if you come in. Motherfuckers
can't be the second week.
Yeah. No. 15 years old.
I'm definitely not talking about some. No, this has to be some long because let's be honest. If a woman like introduced you to your kids, like at that point in age, it's like, damn, my nigga, I just met you. Like, you want me to do this right now? So yeah, no, it definitely has to be.
I got a question. So what's the proper age to introduce somebody if you're talking to somebody else and you have a kid? What's the proper age that
like
you
mean timeline? Like as far as
like if you're dating, like when should you? Because you have to meet the kid eventually if you're gonna be serious. So you can't just be like, oh, well, I got a kid, but you'll never see him and be serious with that person. Like when is a proper time?
People try to do that too, and that shit is so funny. It's
that's a good question for y'all because I don't.
I think that's going to depend on just how serious you guys are getting. You know what I'm saying?
Is it basically it's like whenever you determine like, okay, this is a serious thing?
Yeah, like
and that could be whenever the fuck.
Yeah, like if we kicking it, 3-4 times a week and shit like that, like man, and we rocking like that, then I think just a matter of time and all that, I'm gonna probably end up seeing your kid. Shit, maybe even in the first couple months or something like that. You know what I mean? Because that's a lot of time with somebody. But if I'm just once a month, we just we may whatever. We get a room, we just go do this and there ain't no reason because the frequency that we seen each other is so low. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what happened to you, bro, but a couple times happened to me where it was also on my part because I didn't ask. I didn't even find out they had a kid until later. I'm like, oh shit, it's been a while. You're like, you got kids? Like, how many of these kids you got, bro?
That's a secret. Let's get into the psychology. What would I mean, obviously.
Before we get there, Dane, would you? Would you date someone who has kids seriously? Like, would you like looking like marriage too?
At 33, I'm 33 now. I can definitively say yes, I would. But the criteria is no different from dating somebody without a kid. Like, if I want to date someone seriously, I'm like, oh, that's my girl, this and that. It ain't gonna be like, oh, we've been talking for a couple of weeks. Like, let's see where it goes. Like, no, I'm really like, all right, I'm fully invested in this. And if you fully invested in somebody, you take with whatever comes with them, and then they take whatever comes with me at the same time too. You know what I'm saying? So that could be. Well, my situation, I don't have kids, but I had custody of kids, and I got treated like a single dad, bro. Like people like, oh my God, that's so admirable. You did this and this and this, and like, and they're like, then they kind of back off because like they feel like you got too much on you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like. That's not even my kid. Like, imagine if I did have kids, you'd probably just be like, oh no, I ain't with it. But that's like different. You have to like be able to accept that. Yeah. So if I'm gonna take somebody else seriously, I'm like, all right, well, I'm messing with her. You have to take what comes with her too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because it comes down to the time. Like a woman looking at you is gonna come down to, okay, he's taking care of his siblings. So that's so much time that he may have to take them to school, this and that, maybe so much money. These are real things, and that's why when you were saying like. A woman carries herself different because she knows she's coming with some some boundaries and different shit like that.
Can't be playing. There's not enough time to play around.
Exactly, yeah. But it is true because it's like if a woman got kids and you're trying to talk to her, it's not the same as dating someone without kids. Straight up, it's way different.
That's why I was telling my I don't want to like talk about it again because I don't want to piss her off, but. Like when I was
piss her off, man.
when I was talking to my wife, when I was talking to my wife and we was trying to like. Find somebody, right? And I'm just like, my biggest problem was that I wanted to talk to somebody that was older, but I didn't because of those certain reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because you're older already, and I still like I want more kids and shit like that. You feel me? And like they got a timestamp. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, but I would like someone younger, but that attitude is that I can't deal with. You feel me? So that's my like my downfall for like talking to younger women. I can't stand that fucking attitude. So it's just like that's my gift and the curse for like the age. You know what I'm saying? But
and I think at a certain age too, you have like a certain expectation of what people should. Like, so if I talk to somebody in their 30s, like there is a certain maturity level I expect in there. Like there should be no, no, I don't. You know what I'm saying? The same thing as you doing when you're 21, like you should be over that. You know what I'm saying? Saying if you have a kid, you should be at a certain, like the same thing. You guys were talking about it. Like that actually makes people more mature. Yeah. There's one chick I was talking to. I don't think I would have liked her if she didn't have a kid. I knew exactly.
It did not help you out.
I knew exactly what type of person she would be if she didn't. Like she had no choice but to go home and like have responsibilities and like. But she was a good mom. But you could tell like I already knew if like you didn't have that kid, I wouldn't even want to. Even consider it. Not that I want to go and be this nigga's dad, but like I just know like
her lifestyle.
You know what I'm saying? At her age, she'd have been out with a loss with the rest of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I think for some people it actually helps them. Like they have no choice but to mature.
And I think, I don't want to say this too much, but I think it also depends on how you became a single parent. I guess.
That's a good question.
Because if a dude left you, then I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You didn't have a choice at that point, nigga. He just up there left. But if you left him, then and it better be, to me, him fucking around is not a good enough reason for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had a kid with this nigga and you left him because he fucked somebody else. It's not a good enough reason for me. You know what I'm saying? Unless this nigga is beating your ass, like, I don't.
Well, you got to get context though, because if somebody left or you left, there is a whole lot that goes into it.
Yeah,
and a lot of time. And one thing, like Max gonna like it though. One thing about, because I've done been around for a minute now. And I have my
talk
fair
about
share.
it, dang.
Since Mac he can't even give no dating experience because like he's been dating the same person for 400 years, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact. I can give you fucking experience.
One thing that would make me think of Mac, unfortunately, like if you ask a girl like, "Where's the other dude?" It never seems to be her fault. It always seems to be, well, it was something that we of course, if you ask a dude like why he broke up with his girl, it'll probably be something she did, right? Mm-hmm. But I've never heard one female be like, well, I was a little crazy at this point in my life, this and this. It was always something they did, and I was like, wait,
accountability.
I was like, wait a minute, it can't all be all dudes.
And that's what and that's the reason why I stay. This is why I stay away from it, because to me it's like, why deal with it? Like, why even put myself in this situation? Why do I have to peel back all these layers to figure out how you got here? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
but
now,
they gotta peel your layers back too, bro. We gotta. It ain't like we ain't coming perfect for nobody.
And that's and honestly, bro, like I said, this is like a new answer. Yeah, before I would have been like, nah. And that's what really made me come to that conclusion, because I got a lot of requirements to really fuck with somebody, and sometimes I forget the requirements that
what do you bring? Yeah,
like what am I bringing? Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
but
you know what I mean?
Let's be honest, though. Uh-huh. Let's be honest. A single man is different from a single woman. You feel me? Like, a nigga who's single, you just assume that this nigga just living his life. You know what I'm saying? A woman who's single, you like, damn, why the fuck she single? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think differently. I don't think niggas think the same way when it comes to men and women. You feel me? When it comes to like being single and shit. At least I don't. So
I think it would depend. It's super subjective. I have to like see what the girl, because I might look at a single woman and I can maybe see something she doing, how she moving, and I'm like, oh, I see why she's single. Or man, I'm like, man, well, I don't know. Maybe her standards, maybe like there's so many different reasons.
The problem is that we gonna judge a single woman based on her appearance. Like, if she's bad, like that's what we don't even look past anything beyond that. Like, oh, she's attractive. Why is she single? Something must be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But obviously it takes more than looks, you know what I'm saying, to have a step. But with women, it's not the same thing. They're not gonna look at like, oh, he's handsome, why is he single? Like, they're gonna be like, oh, well, he must be broke. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a whole different dynamic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we look at shit completely different. You feel me?
Almost look at a bad female like a real pretty girl. Like, that's why you're single, because you probably put all your effort and everything into your appearance, and you probably covering all kinds of bullshit, all whatever.
Judging the fuck out of them,
Hey,
Judge is not my ass.
Hey, that's what
the Judge is not part was talking about us, damn it. We do the judging.
We gonna size them up before you even talk to them.
Hey, man, sometimes, man, it'd be that easy, man.
You might have asked it already. I might have missed it. All right, we already got your answer on the kids. We already know Max. We knew Max stands before he even said something. All right. Yeah. What about a number of kids? I'm okay with one kid. I get it. Once we get to two, I start thinking about it. Like, more than that.
Me?
I already know what your answer is. I just want to hear your stance.
Check me out. I'm with you with that, but I can deal with two if it's by the same person.
Okay.
That's what I was
if I had to.
So two baby days, you struck out. Like,
it's a wrap for me.
I feel like, man.
You have to start thinking about it.
This is my biggest issue with single women, not single women, baby mamas, is that you are a baby mama that never been married if they haven't been, and it's just like that bothers me because you didn't even try to like build a family.
Yeah, but I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
You can't judge shit off marriage in America.
Yeah,
you're setting yourself up for failure.
Mac real.
But then you always gonna you better get out of the country, bro. Yeah. It's a joke here.
Hey, I know, but that's my point. So why are you bringing a kid in this world if you don't even plan on being with this person? I think that shit is weird to me. I think that shit is odd.
Yeah. I mean, if we were in a different, if it was in Europe or something, maybe like not here, bro. I can't.
It's just like the norm. It really is a norm.
It's more normal. Like I don't even look at it weird if people have kids and don't get married.
Yeah. But so don't you think there's something wrong with our system? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but it's not the people. We just in the system. It's like I mean, we collectively have made this, but it's not like it's something wrong with her or dude. Like, marriage is a joke in here.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean that it again, which is why I can't talk to a woman who got kids. You feel me? Because I will want to marry you at some point, and that's a baggage for me. Like if
that'd be a cute wedding though, because then you got a bunch of little kids in the wedding.
Yeah, but I just feel like it's a lose for me. Because if I marry you, you have all the chips at that point. You feel me? You can leave me, take all my shit. Now I'm responsible for this kid, even though he's not mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's a lot on the man to do something like that. And even marriage in general, that's the reason why a lot of men don't like to get married, because in America, the system here is just
it's a financial decision.
Yeah, it's always been that way. Yeah. But for us, it's like you get rewarded for divorces. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like when you have that type of attitude, it happens so often. You feel me? So the same thing we was talking about, like social media and shit. When you're rewarded for bad behavior, what's going to stop you from doing it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's how marriage is out here. You feel me? Because you get rewarded for divorcing a motherfucking and.
You definitely go into it like just getting a tattoo of name. You know what I mean? People be like, "Oh, do it in red," because they know damn well that shit gonna get covered up at some point. Same thing with marriage. They go into it.
I didn't even know that's why they get in red.
Oh yeah, I don't know that shit. That's for sure. If somebody got their name in red,
if she got hella red tattoos, and she's just a walking red flag.
That's exactly what that is, bro. I'm trying. Sorry to break your heart, bro, but she covering that shit up. She half stepping that tattoo, boy.
Damn, but we gonna pin that one. We gonna clip that. That's it right there. That's gonna go viral. That clip right there alone.
Was crazy. I thought everybody knew that.
No, you're the only tattoo artist. We don't know that shit, bro.
It'd be so funny because I'll be doing them. And then she'd be like, "Oh, can you do it in red?" And I'll be like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, I already know what's up." She's like, "Hey, you already know. I ain't stupid out here." You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. You know what I mean?
That's
so marriage
crazy.
is the same. But back to the kids, like you were saying, the multiple kids. I could do multiple kids. Man, honestly, bro, I could probably even do multiple baby daddies, bro. Honestly, it just really depends on the reasoning. It got to be the reasoning, because we all been dumb as fuck.
Could you say in a real world situation you ever had that where it's like you talk to somebody you was really fucking with them and they had that? Because we're doing hypothetical right now.
Sure. Yeah.
But like it's one thing when you get in a situation and you're like, oh shit.
But that's where I come in at, because I wouldn't put myself in that situation. Once I find out, it's the communication stops. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna build the relationship and then feel like, damn, she got kids. Because now I'm gonna feel like shit because I actually like you. Yeah. But because you don't meet these criteria, I have to already like, shit, women do it to niggas all the time. You feel me? They look at a nigga and be like, oh, he ain't got this, he ain't got that, he ain't this tall, whatever the case is, and they automatically disqualify a nigga. You feel me? You ain't even get the chance to see if I was cool. You feel me? So, nigga, we do the same thing. Like, I'm gonna look at you and be like, oh, how many kids you got? Okay, yeah, it's a wrap. Like, I'm not even.
But see, I'm gonna want to know the backstory.
I don't need to,
because I don't need to know the backstory.
I don't need to know the backstory because that baggage is still coming.
Yeah,
but so I don't care how the baggage got there. I don't care.
Right, what if you fucking with her? You find out she got 2 kids, right? And baby daddy died. He was a veteran.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he died.
He was a veteran. Now she got 2 kids.
Yeah, it has to be something. Okay, I feel
that. That for sure. That's like okay.
So it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault.
But also, this is another situation. Say they both here. Say they might even be in the streets or whatever. This and that. It's a possibility that this woman could honestly tell me, like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I was hella dumb when I was young, this and that, in my 20s, whatever, but now I'm in my 30s, now I'm moving this way, now I own this, I'm doing this, and I take care of all my kids. You can transform, and so I'm going out and dating this woman in 2022 or whatever, not this girl 15 years ago. You know what I mean? We all it's impossible to change, man. You know what I mean?
I think he's not.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not having it. I was about to shoot this nigga out, but
because honestly, a woman that can do all that and turn her life around and and manage taking care of these kids, regardless of the fact that her baby daddies probably ain't doing nothing, this and that, that to me is like a strong ass woman. You feel me? So where that's what I'm saying. Like if you meet that woman, like I overlook the situation because that woman, that's kind of like a diamond in the rough.
But do you think she's strong or she just had to? She had no other option.
But
it doesn't matter how it doesn't matter how you got there as long as she learned from it.
Yeah. Well, I don't really think it's a learning thing. I just feel like you have a kid, so you can't go do the shit that you've been doing.
It is a learning thing because a lot of people don't learn it, and a lot of people have a kid and then they go the opposite direction. Yeah. We've all met those,
but not as I ain't gonna say not as much, but yeah. Because I mean that's what happened.
I feel like they go downward more than they go upward.
Yeah, because you could be that moms that got 2-3 kids and always still going out every weekend, like those type of things. I'm okay now. I'm peeping how you doing it. It's nothing for you to have another kid. Like I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna judge the fuck out of you how you moving. I'm gonna judge every little thing you do, and I'm gonna be like, I see you just, you fucked up once, or maybe not even fucked up. Maybe you just got sold a dream, you got finesse, whatever. Yeah. It's possible to get finesse.
I think that's what it is. Like women who like that, women who like built themselves up. Those was women. I believe that those are women who already had the mentality to be better, but they just got with a nigga who promised them whatever, and they just end up having a kid, and they just say fuck it at this point. But you know those ones that just in the projects, you feel me? And you just like, damn, how you got okay.
The ones that shouldn't even be allowed to leave the hospital with a kid. Like,
like,
and we didn't even talk about them because that's like I'm the same way with you. I'm like, I could see that from a mile away. And we just ain't even going
abort mission.
Them black flags, nigga. I don't know what they is.
You know what I mean? They got pirate holes in them and shit.
I'll give up I'll put up the white flag for that shit. I don't want no smoke. But I think it's interesting though. I wanted to talk about it though. Like I just want to see how men really kind of view it. And I kind of want to put this out there just to try to get men thinking about it, and even women, you know what I'm saying? Because what I do kind of want to do is hold women accountable too, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you can't just be out here having kids. You know what I'm saying?
You already know what I'm going to say. Bro.
What's your opinion on women that have kids that be out, kind of still going out, stepping out, fucking around, just be on that like, well, I ain't trying to look for nothing serious. I'm just living my life. How do you view a woman that's doing that?
You just lit the fuse, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something.
Because that's a very strong reality for a lot of women.
I really ain't got as much of a like.
To me, that's a woman.
It ain't shit that's weird coming from my mouth. It's just like I'm not fucking with you.
But that woman say they're on kid number 2 and they're still moving that way and just still going out, going to clubs, this and that. I feel like they're on their way to baby daddy number 3. You know what I'm saying? By number 2, if you haven't, but then a lot of women do switch it up. That's where you get all these women that, I got boundaries. I'm not having sex before this many months. And, you know what I mean? So, but then we complain about that. So it's like we damned if we do, they damned if they do or they don't. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's so crazy about it.
I don't think is men. At least I don't believe that men really be judging females if they fucking on the first day or not. Like, because that's initially why we talked to you in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think.
Hold on, what?
I don't think that's initially why we talked to females in the first place. So
you said you don't think that we judge them?
No, yeah.
I judge them.
Well, he talking to a nigga right in his face. He's like, "What?"
Hey, I judge her, bro. Let's unwrap this.
No, because I feel like I'm
gonna add on to that.
I just feel like if you fucked on the first date, then I feel like you unlocked her at that point. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause she chose you at that point. You feel me? I know you got this thing like, what you mean chose me? What you mean chose? But to be fair, a woman does let you fuck, whether you want to believe it or not. So what I'm saying is when she make a nigga wait, to me, she just don't believe in you enough. But it's obviously a nigga out there. That's the reason why I always ask you, have you ever fucked with a nigga that you fucked on the first date? And if you tell me yeah, and you making me wait, I got a problem with that because you're telling me that you don't feel the same way about me than you did about him.
Or you gotta take accountability. You just ain't that nigga, bro.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm cool with that.
You gotta be.
And I'm cool with that.
What about?
But that lets me know ahead of time. Like, okay, I'm gonna just leave the fuck alone. You feel me? Because now you're
I never thought to ask him like, do you let niggas fuck on the first date?
Yeah, because now you're taking to me. Now you're taking my time and company.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles, you feel me? And you know you're not gonna let me fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Not necessarily. So let me unwrap this. So what if this woman just happened to be in that mode where, because this shit happens, like motherfuckers be fucking up and they go through these deep inward transformations and they like, I gotta do better. I can't keep letting motherfuckers fuck on the first day, second day, third day, whatever. They want to switch it up, and you just happen.
It's the wrong time.
The timing wise just happen to be when they go out with you, and you know what I mean. You just fall into that.
I'm gonna tell you why women shouldn't do that. You shouldn't let niggas that you don't like fuck and the niggas that you do like don't. It doesn't make any sense. So the nigga that you really want gonna be like, man, I ain't got time for this shit because I can peel somebody else.
Hey, what if what he's saying is like, what if the nigga that you didn't like, that you let fuck, you're like, oh, I've been fucking up, let me switch it up, and then you find somebody like that you do like. You're saying since you were that way, you have to be consistent no matter what. You can't learn and try something different.
No,
like, this is how you moving. You like,
no, but
be consistent. You can't be. You let that niggas fuck. You gotta let us all fuck.
No, that's exactly what you're saying.
I'm not saying let every nigga that you try to talk to, yeah, fuck yeah.
So, but you don't judge. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a book, bro. I'm judging, and I've had sex with a lot of women on the first encounter and whatever. And I'm not saying like, oh, they're stupid, whatever, fucking hoe.
Yeah, you are. That's why you judging.
Nah, I'm judging them in the sense of like, okay, let me unwrap this. I'm not gonna be like, oh shit, last night was everything was just vibing when it's perfect time. I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, last night was solid, whatever. But I'm like, I'm definitely gonna question like, does she do this often? Yeah, what the fuck did I do that? So I'm not the fucking most special motherfucker ever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm only judging if they be like, oh, I never do this. I'm like, God damn, you fucked it up. Now I know you're lying.
And that's a good one.
Like, don't be talking about, especially talking about some raw shit. You let me live right on this raw type, man.
That should be wild. That should be wild.
So now I'm really thinking.
So look, I think that matters based on like how we fucking on the first date. Like if I know you missed a turn up.
Position?
No. I mean like Al missed a turn up. You feel me? So if he turned up and he doing the most, Al gets wild as fuck. Yeah. And if he fucking,
that's the old Al. That's 2022. Man. We go talk about that.
If he fucking, I think you gotta write the question that you go like, damn, I was kind of wild, like, and you let me fuck with me acting like that,
yeah.
Like, cause usually like if I'm on some first date shit, like I'm a different. You feel me? Like I'm talking smooth. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying. So I kind of like stimulate him a little bit. You feel me? Yeah. So to me, like you letting me fuck on the first date, it's like, okay, you just felt it. You know what I'm saying? But if you just like on some party type shit and you just want to fuck, I can't even fuck. I don't even fuck with chicks like that. Yeah. You feel me? I had to. There was this one chick. I told my partner like, man, if you want to get at that, you good. Cause I can't deal with. I don't like party girls like that. You feel me? When I see party girls like that, I'm not attracted to that shit. You feel me? I think it's a big ass turn off. So
yeah, I get it. I think it depends on the. We talking about the first night fucking or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just gonna depend on, I guess, the vibe, you know what I mean? And just what happened, how it transpired. Like, yeah, if we were on some like drinking shit and it happened, like that's one way, you know what I mean? Because then she might not have necessarily even went into that night wanting to do that. Yeah. We both just got lost in the sauce and it ended up happening. Sometimes it's like a girl where she, you can tell she don't really do that. She's kind of shy, but she might be on some like, man, let me try, you know what I mean? I never, this guy's whatever. He's hella spontaneous. You turn him on in a certain way to where you can tell they ain't never did that shit before. And now you was their first one. Yeah. Those, I like that because it's like, it gives me a little comfort because then it does put me in a space where it's like, well, maybe I just did something. I showed her something. Yeah. I kind of just broke through and showed her a new way of moving.
Like it's a new nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Kind of that shit. And that's another one. Some is just. But
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what point I was saying. What she lets you, but nobody else. Why? Because she felt something for you that made her want to fuck that first night. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
though.
But it could be.
But
me,
you got to determine that. Like you don't even know if you right.
Yeah. It could be for maybe she felt the way about me, or she felt the way about the whole night in itself. Like, because I know for a fact, I know women.
Man, you just can't trust these hoes. Yeah, man. That's all when it comes to.
So check this out. I had a friend of mine the other day, and we was talking about this, and she not know one first night, what's the shit, one night stand type of bra, right? But all her friends are. You feel me? They just living that life, and she's not. And then it was interesting for her to tell me about how she did do this one time, this one night stand, and the way she felt. She said she didn't like. She felt like she just went against
like a
her.
whore.
Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? She just felt like just felt bad. Wish she could take back. Yada yada yada. And then all her friends was like, "Yeah, bitch, finally, woo, this and that." And she was just, and it was just so funny to me to like hear her tell this story, because then I started like dissecting it too. I was like, man, for one, that's dope. I like it. We all do shit that we wish we could take back. But then I was wondering, I was like, bitch, who is you running with? Like, what is the pack of bitches you running with if they all rooting for this type of behavior and that ain't how you move?
You the one person that's not too.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that shit wild.
So that taught me, because usually I'm that like.
You might want to call her and try to
you feel
try to get her some help, bro. Give her some new friends, bro.
Exactly. But usually, because I'm usually that bird of a feather flock together. If a group of 5 friends,
that's for sure. I
know 3 of them is hoes. I'm gonna treat all 5 of y'all like some hoes. Like that's how I've always been.
To me, people who do that. See, that's an onion to me, because to me it's either a matter of time before you come them or you hang around them to make yourself seem better than them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that can
it has to be like one or the other. You feel me? So that's a.
And I don't like either one. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I have sex with either one of them situations. I mean, I would have back last year.
I'm gonna judge them later.
Last year I would have.
I would in 2021, but
2022, man.
22 shit is different, man.
I'm about to get a lie detector test to hook up on the first date. Like we gonna see if you worth this 2022.
Yeah, that's deep.
But now that's
they gonna have that soon. Like they have a breathalyzer. They gonna have little portable lie detectors. Like
but at the same time, like.
All right, what about if she had the kid on a one night stand from a one night stand?
I've heard that. I've seen that. That one. I'm not gonna judge that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna look at her character and see, because like I said, everybody fuck up. That could have happened to anybody. That could have happened to any one of us.
I wonder how often that happens. Off the top of my head, I don't know, but some people might be just ashamed to say.
Bro, I know somebody that happened to him twice. Twice, bro. Twice.
He got 2
babies.
And they kept, damn, what are the odds?
I'm talking about like.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn, he should never go to Vegas, bro.
He got to get to know his baby mamas now. Like he don't even know these motherfuckers twice.
You gotta learn their middle names.
I was like, bro, you did something in your past.
What's her name again?
I messed with one girl. She got pregnant and she didn't tell the dude. The dude was just not shit. So she said it was more worth it not even to let him know.
I get that.
And I was like, this kid gonna grow up and like not even. She's like, it wasn't worth it for him to know he had a kid, because like what would come with it. So she said,
I get.
So let me ask you this. Well, I wish I could ask her that. Yeah. What are you gonna tell that kid?
But that's
because the accountability got to come. Like your mama wasn't shit. I fucked up. Yeah. But your dad was extra. Like instead of being like. Because this is what the story's gonna be like. Oh, your dad wasn't doing. I didn't even want you to be influenced by him, yada yada. So I didn't even tell him. I didn't want you to bring up.
But who are you to tell me? Yeah,
who had sex with that guy? That's what the part that never happens.
And that's why I don't show love.
That's specifically why.
Because this is what I mean by like this is what I mean by. You wanted the kid. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't believe in abortions or whatever the case is, then why aren't you taking the proper conscience to fucking not have a kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you so loose with it at that point? Then if you don't care for abortions, then why aren't you not protecting yourself? You know what I'm saying? Why are you not protecting yourself? Why are you just having kids? You feel me?
Not as fun,
Sex
bro.
feel good, bro. Yeah. You know, some people enjoy that shit.
But that's my point. If you're going to do that, then do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Get a fucking IUD. Get something. You know what I'm saying? If you go, if that's how you move, then do something about it.
And I agree with you. Don't think I'm not trying. I'm trying to go against you because you always go against me.
I ain't got no problem with you, Dan.
But how many times have we done put through our dick on a roulette table just for some pleasure?
But that's what we do, though.
You know what I'm saying? How many times you drove home like, man, what the fuck am I thinking? Yeah. Knowing damn well I don't want no STD, I don't want no kid, I don't want none of this, but I just wanted to feel good for this, whatever the encounter was.
You gotta pour that Henny on that thing. Boy, that shit
kill everything. But this is
we don't want that. We know we don't want that, but we've all done it.
But this is why it's different for us. I think, right?
You're gonna double standard.
Because I do get your point. My point is though, we don't have birth control besides condoms. You feel me? But women have birth control and still get that full effect. We don't have no other effect that can give us.
We don't want no, bro.
Condom.
We don't want no STDs. None of us want an STD or anything. But we'll risk it.
Yeah.
We'll risk it.
Yeah, that's a serious situation.
Ain't nobody said, man, we don't want that shit.
But it's not a baby, bro.
I mean, it's still, you can get something permanent. You could get something permanent. We know this. We knew this since we was adolescents. But we'll still like. Maybe not as much now.
But I can live with that, bro. I can't live with no kid, bro. No.
I don't know, bro. I'm trying to think which one I would rather have.
Yeah, same
kid
kind,
or the
same
shit.
kind of logic, bro.
Nah,
same logic.
I feel it.
Like they don't. Sometimes they don't want the head, but they don't want the kid. But it's like,
what happens if the thing don't work? Because I'm pretty sure I think I had one of my kids went in the birth control and shit didn't work. Yeah,
you just that's just
it was
like
meant for you to have.
That's just the universe.
I'm telling you, because I think one thing with the women, I know what you mean. Like women have a one night stand, they don't know the person, or maybe even the guy ain't they don't want to bring up a kid with this man, and they still decide to go through and have the baby. I think all we can do is assume, because women bodies, their hormones, their emotions that they go through, all these society pressures, all that kind of shit. But I think a lot of it, bro, be coming from the ego, man. Like women, that very like,
I don't need
like
no
fuck
man,
fuck man, I
shit.
can do this shit my own. I can handle it, this and this and that. And then sometimes they go that route, and then when that baby come, oh wait, I'm gonna need my issue. I need baby birth control. Child support, all that shit. That whole shit changes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or they do stay on that road, and it's a fucking hard ass life. They end up resenting that. Not only that man, they end up resenting men in general. Like we just
look at the kid differently just because.
Exactly. Where I think the ego plays a part, but nobody's gonna say that. Nobody's gonna say that.
This is funny. I don't know why I'm finna put my mama on blast like this. But sometimes that's how I used to think that my mom felt about me. It's like, damn, you don't like me because I look like my fucking daddy. And so I'm like, why you be acting like this?
Every time she catch you looking side-eyed at you.
Even to this day, I tell her, did you talk to your favorite son and shit? Because like my older brother like look just like her and shit. Like that's her fucking doppelganger. So I always like fuck with him. Like, oh, you're mama's boy. Woo,
you look like your punk ass daddy.
Yeah, so I just always thought it was hella funny. And every time we joke about her with it and shit, she always smiles. She never say no and shit. So it's just
hey, that shit be real.
But yeah, this shit was funny. But yeah, man, it is I just think people should move a little different thing, and I feel like society had made women to run around performing like men, I guess you can say, like how like that's the reason why so many different birth controls now. You know what I'm saying? Because they gave women the option to just go around fucking whoever they want to without no consequences. You know what I'm saying? So I just think
play devil's advocate, man. Like if they had a male birth control, we probably wouldn't take it.
I thought they had came out with that shit.
Ain't got no male birth control. You can get a vasectomy. How many niggas gonna get a vasectomy?
They was working on that though.
They ain't finished.
I thought they did. Man,
they for sure ain't finished.
You wouldn't get a vasectomy?
I probably wouldn't. No.
You know what's crazy? I actually thought about getting that shit when I was in my 20s.
Let's talk about that. Let's segue
because they said it. They said it's
easy. Say it's reversible.
It's like in and out. They said it's
like a 30-minute process.
Yeah, but that's what they say too. What if they don't reverse it? And I ain't had no kids yet, bro. Like now, my dumb ass looking like, well, I'll just snip my balls. Actually, I don't even know what the procedure is, but
that's what's so interesting because. That's why I'm saying like people change and their perceptions change, life changes because I honestly was really seriously thinking about doing that shit when I was in my 20s because I was like, man, this shit is wild, this kid shit. But now, I've kind of like, look at life different to where I'm like, man, I meet a girl and that's just what she wants and I'm rocking with her like that. I want to be able to do that. So what happens if I would have did that? You know what I mean? Like that's why sometimes them permanent decisions made sometimes be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Me,
I thought about it before. I actually thought about it recently. But I always end up snapping myself out of it again because I can't.
And why do you snap yourself out of it?
Because I can't live with the concept of me not able to have kids. I just can't fathom it. You know what I'm saying? I can't. To me, I just feel like I'm a useless.
You associate that with like value of men. Like that's
Being a
very,
man.
very
Yeah.
big on that. And then
Yeah,
same thing with
yeah.
women. Like if a woman can't have kids, you kind of look at them a different way.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm hella judgmental with women who say they don't want kids. You feel me? Because I just be like, why the fuck?
Why you here?
Yeah, like that shit. Like for real, like that shit is like.
Like, bitch, what are you breathing for? That bitch, kill yourself.
Which is crazy. What's crazy when it comes to women is like you're born with all the eggs that you're going to have for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you have to use them within this time slot, or you just done. I just feel like it's crazy to hear a woman to be like, I don't want to have kids, and it's just like, so you just want to fuck. That is your goal. Like that's you don't want no husband. You don't want because ain't no. I just can't see. I'm just big on
There's
family.
niggas out there right now who just want to fuck, bro. I gotta keep bringing you back.
That's different. You feel me? Because we can always have kids. I can just want to fuck now, but I can have a kid when I'm 50. I can always make that decision. Women can't. You know what I'm saying? They can't decide to have a kid when they 50. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully, boy, our shit start changing too the older we get. Producing sperm
our dick probably would stop working, but we can still bust a nut. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you get it in there,
we can
just gummy worm that thing in there.
We can, you know, just hold on, baby, just get it out there. But no, we can. But
slap it around a little bit.
But that's literally why I snapped out of it because I just felt like, what if I because we talked about that too. Like I was talking about like on my wife and shit. I'm just like, okay, if we did have somebody else, like, I want to think about it. But what if we did bring somebody else in and she wanted to have a kid? Yeah, you feel me? Like now, like what do we do?
What's the oldest you would have a kid?
Bro, till I'm dead, bro.
Really? He gonna be one of them 79-year-old dads with and like your kid. You ain't gonna see him go up.
And the reason why I can say that is because like people always tell me like, man, you old man, but I already have kids, so it's not like it's my first. So me having a younger kid while I'm older doesn't really matter to me because I already have older kids.
So it's not about like growing up and like seeing them like
he's just trying to leave a legacy. Yeah,
he's out there. Do what you do.
No, it's because I just feel like you have brothers and sisters. You feel me? Like you have people that, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like you have people that you can also look up to. You feel me? I just feel like it's different when you already have kids.
Really?
But as your first kid,
that's the whole parent experience.
But
I've always wondered that, like when you see like country ass families, they be having like 10 plus.
Yeah.
There's not enough time to even nurture your kids.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You already have a community. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows how this works. You feel me? Yeah. Hey, your brother need this. You that's a team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's a trip. I think I would probably have to cut that off at like 40, man. At 40, and I'm gonna be a young 40 because I feel like I'm getting younger.
You turning my stomach right now. Like I can't believe you, nigga.
Like young ass nigga trying to quit with your kids at 40.
Bro, like at some point, I'm trying to like, for one, live my life. You feel me? Especially having kids. I would think you would be the opposite, bro, because you had kids young. Yeah. Don't you in the party? You'd be like, man, I want to live my life for a minute.
because I
couldn't fathom
because the thing with me is I was never into that type of shit. So like I was always in.
But it ain't even party shit. It could just be like, bro, I want to go on a trip or something.
Yeah, that gets a little irritating. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when you have a newborn and shit. It's just like, damn, like I can't even go. And I got to find somebody to try to watch up a newborn. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit gets.
You don't have fantasies of one day like buying like a little coupe 2-seater car or something, and just you and your wife just.
Now that's how you get 38, 39, right? What's the midlife crisis?
You want to know what's crazy about that? Like I always liked the big cars. You feel me? I always liked the vans and trucks and shit. So I always.
Once you get that Corvette, you're like, oh, he thinking about divorce, man.
I
just got this.
That 2-seater.
Shit gonna be a 1-seater. Shit gonna have a cover over the phone.
He removed the second seat.
Yeah, I just because I thought about a vasectomy. I want to say like 3 times. And then,
damn, bro. I mean, you really.
Yeah, because I was really trying to be like.
He done made the appointment, bro.
To be honest, I just really think if I do that, I'll really be on some fucking shit. Like,
yeah, a lot of people say that.
I wouldn't have no type of discipline on my dick at that point.
I feel that. I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably be the same way.
So it's just, I'll just be really odd.
But it just goes to show you, we're like, hey, baby, nah.
Yeah.
HIV, they got pills for that.
But that's what I'm saying.
HIV in a few years. I think they killed
That's how much to show you how niggas don't give a fuck about CD, bro. But that baby is just like, damn, you
get one pill, that shit clear right up, bro.
And to be honest, I think with dudes, just speaking on me, I don't even think that having a baby is not the issue. It's having a baby with that person is the issue. You know what
my
I'm saying?
biggest fear is having because I've seen people like a baby mama they just hate them and they hate
the
vice
kid,
versa. Bro, that seems like the worst shit ever.
Yeah.
You feel me? There's no going like you have to deal with this person. There's no like, all right, we're just going separate ways. Nope, bro. And you have a person that's in the middle of this that you have to try to like somehow make normal for them growing up.
So I hope this message get through to the men and women, and let's do better, man. Let's do better.
Imagine this is what they do in the 10-year challenge right now. 10 years ago, we have a whole different conversation about this.
I'm glad you're here, Dame. Speaking of that, listeners, if y'all want to go back to the COVID-21 episode that we did, Dane said in January of 2022, niggas is not gonna be talking about COVID no more. And I just want to say this nigga is wrong.
Oh, man.
This shit came.
What did I say? I don't even remember.
You said it's gonna be one of those things where people gonna be like, I don't even want to talk about that time. I don't even want to talk about that era no more.
Damn, he put out the archive.
Yeah, I've been waiting to see your motherfucking ass.
But I think I probably said that we ain't gonna care about it. I bet people they don't give a fuck about like 2 years ago.
We gonna sneak the tape in this motherfucker.
Because now motherfuckers out there coughing in public, no one gives a fuck,
Nobody
bro.
give a fuck.
Don't even care anymore.
Nobody take that shit seriously no more. They're just like fuck.
They're just like, man, we gonna die. But
trust me, if the stores and everybody said you ain't gotta wear no mask, trust me, you would see more niggas without a mask than with one. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers really don't care, bro.
Yeah.
They just gotta wear because you got to go in the store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, real quick though, I know we talking about COVID now, but my whole time I've been thinking back to the baby mama.
Yeah.
What about sex with a pregnant woman? I need to know because there's so many different perspectives on that. Let's start off first. Because a lot of people feel weird about having sex, even if it's with their wife, their girlfriend, they pregnant, they feel a way about that. What are you feeling about that?
You want to give me my creep shit? You can talk about my creep shit. JudgeUsNot, baby.
That's one of his open tabs, bro. He's like, tabs open right now.
I love that shit. I'm gonna be completely honest.
What's that applies, baby mama pussy? That's our shit right there.
I love that shit. But I
can't get pregnant twice.
But I can also say that I've never done it with anybody other than my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I never had sex.
You ain't lived yet, man.
So I just but you want to know why? You want to know why? You want to know why I do that though? Because that's kind of the same thing. Well, you know how I don't talk to girls who got a dude. That's kind of the same concept to me. It's like you pregnant. It's like, what are you doing? You feel me? Either you out here.
Where did he go?
It's either that or like, are you really out here fucking and he at home? Like what is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can't stand to think that this nigga probably a good dude and she finna out here fucking me, don't even fucking know me from a can of paint.
It definitely takes a certain type of woman to do that. Let's talk about
sure.
that. Let's get the accountability of that. You got a whole ass child inside of you from some other man, but you're, whatever you call it, your self-control ain't there, whatever, that you brought yourself to want to have sex with a man. You know what I'm saying? Another man. That says a lot, man.
It do.
A couple flags is popping up.
That's a real freak right there.
Yeah. Couple
I'm all smiling and shit because I'm entertained by the idea.
Yeah, I told you.
Let's be honest, we do it. We'd all do it given the opportunity.
But some men don't like it. I've heard cats be like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I feel weird.
Yeah,
like
it freaks them out. Some people
dick
freaks them out.
touches the baby, this and that kind of shit.
Poke him in the forehead.
Yeah. Did you get any of that, or do you have?
I don't feel nowhere about it, bro. Like that shit feels amazing, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. You don't really.
I don't know.
I
don't know what it is. I don't know.
A lot of guys think that.
I don't know if it is just that or is it the concept that makes it
what
more
if you got
exotic?
like your hand on her belly while you're doing it and like you feel a kick?
I've done that too. I've done that too.
You just kicking back.
I'm just high
fiving you.
I'm just being foul as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Just like But I don't know.
I don't know. The whole time y'all talk about COVID, I'm just like, I gotta throw this question in.
That's good. I just want to sneak that COVID thing in there real quick. But
I gotta go listen to that. Like, did I say that shit?
We gonna listen to it.
Pussy.
What we got on time?
Hour.
Oh yeah, let's fucking close it.
Final word. You fucking baby mamas or nah?
I'm not.
I think we might have changed his mind throughout the conversation. I feel like he's got.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's get this clear. Let's get this clear.
Only because I said that. Like if I would have, I should have just let him talk, bro.
Let's get this clear. I'm fucking baby mamas, but taking you seriously as a relationship, that shit is all out the question for me.
Yeah.
You gonna have to I don't know, man. The only reason why it sucks to say this to me because I do know women who like are single mothers and shit, but I just feel like I can never, and it's there are people that I'm cool with that I gain that, you know what I'm saying, that respect for them, but like, damn, you hella cool, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, and sometimes you feel like that, like, damn, you know, you hella cool, and I wouldn't mind, you know what I'm saying, taking care of your kids and shit, because I fuck with you feel me? I know your kids, you feel me? It's cool. But it's just like, it's that ego shit with me. It's really just the ego shit to me. For me, it's always the thought of you raising another man's kid, bro. I can never get past that shit.
But he don't look like me.
I remember we talked about that.
I can never get past that because I just feel like I'm the sucker at that point.
Yeah,
and I never get past that point.
Real quick, how you guys feel about the word baby mama?
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
I don't even use it.
Would you guys refer to your children's moms as
no,
baby
I would never.
I've always wondered that because people will say that, but it's like a derogatory term. It's like
I don't.
That's like saying like you talking about your mom, like that's my dad's wife. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you don't even. I'm not gonna acknowledge you by what you are, like almost type of shit.
I never liked it that shit.
I don't say it. I say my kid's mother. I don't even like it when I'm addressed that like, oh, that's my baby daddy right there, or you so and so's baby daddy. Like I just don't. It just seems very low to me. Like, you know what I mean? Very like baby daddy number 1, baby daddy number 2. It is just, I don't know why. That's where my mind. Yeah, that's what my mind.
And it seems like you're not happy with the decision.
I'm not gonna acknowledge him.
It's just like, that's my baby daddy.
You know what it does? It adds to that whole narrative of like men not being good dads, not being around. It just puts you in that category. You know what I'm saying? To me, it just it's all in the same terminology. You know what I mean? Just instead of being like my son's father, whatever, oh, my baby daddy. Like, because when you think baby daddy, you just think somebody that's maybe not around that much. That's where my mind.
And I always grew up with that mindset. That's why I remember. I remember telling myself when I was in school, right? I remember telling myself when I was in school, whoever I had a baby by was going to be my wife. You know what I'm saying? Because I never understood that concept of being a baby mama, baby daddy. Like you're having a kid that you got to spend the rest of your life with each other. Why aren't y'all fucking together? It just doesn't make logic sense to me. I've heard
people refer to them as baby moms and they together.
Yeah.
Which is like,
I heard that too.
That don't even make any like that. So when I was talking about my worst fear, I don't want a baby mama. Because I think what we're talking about, that's what we're really talking about. Someone that you just don't fuck with. Like you would call them your baby mama because like I'm not gonna acknowledge you as nothing else.
I don't think nobody wants. I
think it depends on how you carry yourself. A lot of people wouldn't. I bet you a lot of people wouldn't even think nothing else. They'd be like, "Oh, that's my baby dad. I love him. That's my baby mama. I love him." Like you know what I mean. But to me, I just think it's a lower. You just a lazy way of referring to somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
I think for me, final words, man. I would definitely take a woman that has kids already serious, just based on a couple things. One, I know things happen. I'm a product of that. Things happen. So where it's hard for me. Trust me, I just switched this around, but it would be hard for
he like they got may feel differently tomorrow. He says somebody gonna call me tonight and be like, you know what? That's why I don't talk to this bitch.
I'm going back 2021. Nah, but I've realized like it's like hypocritical of me, whatever, to be like I can't put up with this. I don't want these and this when I have a lot of them fucking attributes or characteristics or whatever. So that's for one. For two, I think a woman that has kids, there certain traits are pulled out of them in that process as far as like nurturing, responsibility, multitasking. They have to step up to the plate and handle their shit to where I think that's attractive to me. And I think it's just a situation that will bring out a person's character. You either gonna be a good mom and be handling your shit, or you're gonna crumble and you're gonna be needing help, or still in your old ways. You're not gonna transform into something better. It's gonna bring it to light. So I'll be able to kind of like analyze how you moving more better. And you feel me? And then I think I'd be down with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not at the park trying to knock baby mamas all day, you feel me, like that. But if the stars align or whatever, we link and we vibing, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna. It's not a strike against you, I guess, as much as it was like 2 weeks ago before my transformation.
Okay, let me.
2022.
I know we're trying to close the court building, but I want to ask you, like, the baby. the baby mamas that you met, what were the circumstances that you met? Were they at clubs? Like, does that change the fact? Like, if you met her at a grocery store, or you met her at a club, or you met her at some like strip club, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I think that definitely matters. Where I meet you, for one, and this is why I've kind of switched my shit up too. You know, remember like with the whole not drinking and shit, I'm very particular on that now because I feel like we at the club, motherfuckers is drinking. So I'm meeting you in a certain light. You're showing me a certain version of yourself, right? To where off the bat, we're liking that version of ourselves. I don't care what nobody say. Anybody at the club, you see them the next day, they're a completely different person. I don't give a fuck. They're going to look different. They're going to talk different, move different, everything. So if I meet somebody in that venue or whatever, in that circumstance, I'm moving with them a certain way. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, we're going to be extra aggressive towards each other. You know what I mean? We're going to meet each other in that way. So our next encounter is probably going to be, oh, let's go have drinks. You know, it's going to maintain that vibe a lot of the times. You feel me? You don't just meet somebody at the club, be grinding on them and doing the most, this and that. And, oh, let's go have coffee tomorrow. Like, nah, you're going to stay in that thing. You know what I mean? So
like, don't call me unless you fucking.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it just stays on that vibe. That's just what it is. Yeah. And I think that's what we was talking about before is like you meet people in that arena, you get used to fucking with them in that vibe. And then you all of a sudden, oh, fuck, now we got a kid now. Or now we go together. But that foundation was built on a turn-up interaction, you feel me? To where now I'm just moving in my space, moving more intentional. Like if I'm rocking with you, we meet, this is me. You know what I'm saying? So if you like me like this is what you get it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to get the extra, you know, and vice versa. You feel me? A lot of women be hella, you know what I mean? They be extra turned up, extra fun, extra confident, woo-woo, but you ain't like that 7 days a week. You feel me? You like that 2 days on the weekends. You know what I mean? Monday through Friday, you might be hella fucking dry, and I just ain't trying to sign up for that.
Yeah, and I also wanted to say, I just want to clear up, like, the reason why I'm like this with the even with dudes or whatever, and the whole baby mama shit, because I just want to let everybody know you do have consequences to your actions. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here doing this and expect somebody else to take care of these responsibilities. Like, I want everybody to move with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be that old I was young shit. You gonna have to pay for that thing. You feel me? You can't be mad that motherfuckers look at you a certain way because you did something with you failed. People do that shit with people get that stigma on everybody all the time. You feel me? And just because you're a woman with a kid, we can't change that scenario with you now.
Would you say they gotta like prove they self in a way? Like, yeah, I have this and this, these kids, but trust me, I'm good. They have like an extra burden that they gotta like override or whatever. Like they gotta prove themselves.
That's a good question. Yeah, you're gonna have to be like, I don't know.
It don't sound good, but I think that's definitely the truth. Like,
yeah,
that's probably
but what I'm saying is, I don't know what can you do to be like, I'm the girl, trust me, just give me a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think you should just do that. That'll work.
Yeah, that'll probably work.
I don't.
Too.
Yeah, like, come on,
trust me. Put me through the test. Put me through the test. I can do this. Don't worry about the kid. I can do it. It won't be a problem. I promise you.
Just pretend it's not there.
And it's just like I heard an interview with academics talk about this. And he was talking about how his mom gave up his older brother to his grandma so she could be with the dude because the dude didn't want to have kids. You feel me? And that shit was crazy. You feel me?
I know there's a big resentment.
And then they end up getting a divorce or whatever the case. What happens? You feel me? And then I was like, that shit is crazy. You feel me?
Ooh,
so
tough.
Yeah, it's just you know. Because niggas just don't want that responsibility, I guess. I mean, like, I like you, but I like you for you. And think about that, right? Like, you chilling with a girl, right? Your whole interaction has been with her only, never with her kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who's to say she is the way she is with her kid? You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just like, you don't really know somebody unless you with that kid. And if you telling me, don't worry about my kid, he got a dad, I don't need him for a dad, then, does the kid live with you? Then there's no way I can't be a part of that. There's just no way. You feel me? What I'm gonna do? Ignore the little nigga when I walk into the house? You feel me? Like, don't talk to me, nigga. You got a dad.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
That's very true because, and I think that's where the communication come in. You have to see how she maneuvers, how y'all moving when it's just y'all two, how she's moving with the kids. Because me as a man, maybe when we're alone, we're like extra, you know, whatever, extra aggressive, this and that. Everything's ha, fun. But then around the kid, you know, she don't do certain things. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be having a different experience, and that's where I don't understand when women say, like you said, like, don't worry, you ain't gotta be his dad. Well, nah, you're a package deal. What I'm gonna be like? He need to get picked up from school. Hey, that ain't my kid. You gonna handle that shit? Like, nah, bro. Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, how does that come off for you? If you really give me that, and I take that face value, I will really seem like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I gotta go pick up my kid. No, we supposed to be having dinner. Yeah. He have somebody else pick his little ass up. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be coming out with me. Like, I'll be, you know what I'm saying? I'll say fucked up. So it just, I just rather not deal with it.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, though, bro, we looking at kids like they just all just bad. Like, you know what I mean? No, kids grow up, they be hella cool.
Niggas know me. I fucking love kids.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's what.
Well, he want like 20 of them by the time he's 79. So,
man,
so I do want to leave off with that. Like,
I love my kids, though.
Shit. Sometimes I get along with other kids better.
You want to know why? Because it's not your kid, bro. And you know you don't have to deal with certain shit. You feel me?
You just need an Xbox and some fruit snacks. It's easy, huh?
Yeah, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Throw on Cocoa Melon. You know what I'm saying? My kids don't even know what that shit is.
But yeah, man, I'm rocking with the baby mamas. I will if need be. That's how I'm gonna leave it.
That's what's up.
It should not be, but that's what's up.
There you have it. Case closed, baby. That was fun. I love that.